So, welcome to another full moon meditation with me, Ali Latrobe. So, at the moment, we are being massively affected collectively by this whole conjunction that started at the start of this year, which is all changing the systems and structures that are around us. And although we can sometimes ignore them, all of us, on some level, know that nothing is ever going to go back to being the same. And those kind of seeds of knowingness that we got at the start of this year, when the zodiac cycle changed and moved back into Aries, that's where we received these ideas, these seeds, these things that were emerging into our consciousness through our personality. And really now, when the sun is in Leo, we are bringing that out. We are showing that. This is like the expression of the idea. And in any expression of any new idea or new ideal, we have conflict, and conflict inwardly, conflict outwardly. And we've just come through the sign of Cancer, which, and lots of the stuff I'm talking about at the moment, is all about the making conscious of the subconscious, making conscious of the shadow. And it's the shadow that creates these patterns, that's like the hand behind the scene that is making things over and over again happen, whether it's in our individual life or whether it's in the world at large. So Leo as a personality affects our individual personalities to want to express, to want to play. It brings about courage, the courage to be seen and be heard, to stand up for what we believe in. But on the opposing side of the zodiac, we have Aquarius. So in any full moon, you have a polarity, okay? And the reason you have a full moon is because the moon is on the opposite side to the sun, the earth in between. So we're getting this full sunlight onto the moon so that we can see it. But it means that the sun and the moon are opposite each other. And the sun represents, on its deepest level, the sun represents our higher self, our soul. And on the lowest side, the moon represents our lower self. Obviously, each has its higher and lower within it as well. So whenever there's a full moon, it affects us all as individuals because there's a polarity, okay? Because we're not everything's all in one camp. On a new moon, this is when we receive our insights and we're influenced by whatever that sign is. So in Leo, when we have a new moon in Leo, we have the sun and the moon both in the same side, and they're both driving us to be the stars that we are, shine, to show ourselves. And we get the ideas of how we're going to do that and what we're going to do. When they're opposing in the full moon, what we get is a lot of shadow stuff. So every single full moon, we get shadow stuff because we get an opposition. And so in lots of astrology circles, there's a big focus on what just the moon is doing. But we cannot forget that the sun is in Leo. So yes, the moon is in Aquarius, but the sun is in Leo. And it's this polarity and this conflict between these two opposite signs that gives us the key for what's going on in our own life, in our relationships, and in society. So in terms of the annual cycle of evolution, so every time the sun moves into a new sign, we have a new catalyst, drives our evolution in a subtly different way. And so we have from the starting point through to Virgo, which is the first half of the year, we have this kind of individualization process into physical form. So this is an idea into its full expression. So back in the olden days, actually, Leo and Virgo were kind of regarded as one sign. And actually, if you think about it, it's one thing expressing yourself and it's kind of a juvenile, a new, here I am, this is me world in Leo, and then the real earthing and improvement and purification process that goes on in Virgo. So here at this juncture in Leo, just before we go to obviously one sign away from Virgo, we are bringing an idea into the world. So some of you will be doing it, some of you will be ignoring it. Some of you will dance with it, will know what the thing is that you were trying to change or trying to bring in or trying to do or trying to become. And now is your time to experiment with living that, experiment with putting yourself out, being an individual, right? This is like, in terms of our soul's evolution, this is like the point of maximum manifestation, the maximum point of descended onto the earth. But it again has a polarity, because in terms of the evolution through the chakras of the signs, as we get to Leo, actually this is the crown. This is crown chakra stuff. This is like, we connect, we become an individual, we connect up here, and we're connected to matter. So if you think of the letter capital I, this is the channel between matter and spirit. And here we have created that individualization, becoming the dual, the individual. We've united the dual forces of light and matter, and we have become the whole that we are meant to. Obviously, every year we get this cycle of evolution. So it's not like one year you achieve it, the next year you do another cycle. It's like we're going deeper and deeper every cycle. And obviously, depending on our birth chart, depending on our previous lifetimes, we have different experiences, different potent times within our life where we evolve in different ways. It's not necessarily, sometimes it feels like we're slowing down, sometimes it feels like we're going through the same old stuff, right? But we're not going back. We're never going back. We're always stepping forwards. And often we're actually just digging deeper. So in this individualization process, we are learning in Leo, in the stage of Leo, whether it's in our lifetime stage or in the year, we are getting this impulse to show ourselves to the world, wear our crowns. And Leo is very heart-centered. The sun is the ruler of Leo. And on a personality level, it's the corona of the sun. The corona is exciting, dances, it's glamorous, it's the performer, it's everything that a true sun Leo person is, out there performing, showing themselves, being an individual, being unique. That's what part of our life lesson is about. But on the opposition, we can't just be a selfish individual completely free from everyone else. We are part of this human race. We have very much a collective consciousness, a collective soul. And so Aquarius invites this group consciousness to be developed. And from Virgo back to Pisces, we have this return back to source. So from source into the deepest part of matter, Leo, Virgo, and then returning back to source or spirit, back at the point between Pisces and Aries. So we have the individual and we have the universe. We have me and we have us. So this is a very interesting polarity to explore in terms of how we run things, how we work our societies. The previous way that we'd run societies was very Leo. It was very, there's a leader, Leo loves to lead, it's the head of the pack, the king of its kingdom, the queen of the land, right? And an Aquarius way of running things is quite different. It is from the group up and outwards. And instead of having a leader, we have a coordinator or a facilitator, which ensures all the needs of the individuals are met. And I think, if you look at the world around us right now, we are looking for different ways of doing things. In the extremes, in the polarities, yeah, Leo could be related to capitalism. It's, dog eat dog world. It's trying to be competitive with another person, get better and better and better, earn more and more money, despite what that may be impacting others around you. And communism, where, everything is taken from the individuals and distributed. And somewhere in the middle, we have actually a balanced point and another way of living. And I think it's been explored in ways that groups operate, in ways that organizations are flirting with trying to work as cooperatives, as networks, information networks, but we're still in its infancy. And as we move from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius, this polarity and this shadow is really going to be looked at and exposed, I think, a bit more, where as people question, why we just follow one system, even when, like I was talking about at the start, even when negative outcomes keep happening, whether it's environment, whether it's the individuals, whether it's child slavery, whether it's systemic racism. All of this is to do with how the systems and structures are set up, which is part of what's coming down right now. So in our own individual lives, how are you relating to how you earn money, how you work with other people? I think it's really interesting right now, like the last month, I've been really trying to work through the best way of being of service to people, and being supported myself, to bring about a better balance in our own family. And there's so many different ways that one can do it. The old ways of, one person earning money and the other person just doing the family work, is kind of only fit for purpose when that works for the individuals within it. I think as a society, things are changing there. And then, looking at different models of how people earn money, how you charge money, where you allow yourself to be supported from others. So it's this balance between you and the world, you being supported financially, in other passions, in other, and the ways that you're supported emotionally, practically, and then how you offer out as well. So this Leo Aquarius polarity is very much going to be more and more exposed over this full moon period. So this meditation will work to look at where you are within that. Are you naturally shy from the limelight? Are you scared to show yourself? So to work most effectively in groups, it requires that we are individuals. It requires that we don't lose ourselves to another leader. We don't become submissive or lower than anyone else, whether it's in partnership, whether it's in our organizations that we work in, that we are proud of the skills that we bring and the gifts that we bring. And it's in the organization and structure of how we work in groups to bring everyone's skills to the table without diminishing or putting down or saying X is better than Y, bringing them all round the table. So for you as an individual, this may be in how you work with people. You may be shy, you may be have low self-esteem, all these things that are naturally in Aquarius would like to shy away from, very loving, but yet not wanting to attract too much attention, versus just being who you are and joining a group as who you are, not trying to compete or out-compete, but work with people. And just before we meditate, that is another thing I see more and more, that, maybe 10 years ago, being a yoga teacher, you were in competition. You felt like, this world was set up to, be in competition with each other. Like we were trying to get students. Like it always bugged me. Like, everyone needs a different person. And if actually all the people that work in the same field collectively work together, actually you can bring more people to find the service that you offer, whether it's yoga, whether it's healing, whether it's accountancy, to show them what you can help, how you can help. And each individual will find the individual that they work best with. So whether it's in self-employed, whether it's actually working in cooperative ways. And all of this requires that we shine, that we roar when we need to. We stand up for what we believe in, and we create new structures and new systems that enable us to be an individual in the universe that we live. So finding yourself in a comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall, taking a big inhale and exhale through your mouth, seeing how you feel right now. Breathing into your chest. Breathing into your third eye. Turning your palms down on your thighs, on your knees, and grounding down through your legs. Becoming that individual that you are. Connect down to the earth beneath you. And grow up to the sky above you. Sensing the light above your head and the earth beneath your seat. Connect the 2 points in your mind and through your breath. Taking a big inhale, exhale through your mouth. Clear away anything that's not meant to be there. One more big inhale. And into your heart, let's begin the breath. Bring the awareness, visualizing a sun within your heart. And within the center of that sun, find the heart of the sun. The sun is a star. And how do we depict the star normally? With a 5-pointed star in the center of your sun in your heart. Find a 5-pointed star. Or find a really bright white point within the center of that sun. Feel the warmth of the sun expanding and warming your chest. And with that wave of warmth, bring joy, passion for life. Just because times can be challenging, there's still that joy that's desperate to come out of you, desperate to be expressed and experienced through your whole body. And feel that joy expanding down your arms to your palms, down through your legs. And observe how you yourself are a 5-pointed star, your 2 legs, your 2 arms, and your head. And as you feel that 5-pointed star, observe how your physical body feels today. Take a big inhale and exhale any tension, take any movement to that place. Observe how you feel and where you feel it. And the thoughts, what keeps coming into your head. These 3 points of physical, your emotions and your thoughts all compose your personality. And in Leo, it's these that unite with your soul. And so from that heart, breathing light, that sunshine into your thoughts, clearing them, allowing the blue sky to be exposed to your emotions and into your physical body. Take a big inhale and exhale. Feel the warmth through your whole body as you bring your gaze inwards and upwards to your third eye and upwards through your crown. And so your soul star is above your head, 15 foot or so. See if you can find that star above your head. And from that star, bring that light down to your mind's eye. Inviting your soul to be that 5th point. The 5th point on the 4-fold personality when you include your etheric body. So your physical and etheric body, your emotional and your mental body, and your soul forming the 5th point of your star. And from that star above your head, drawing light down through the crown to the whole of your etheric body, which connects your mental, emotional, physical body. And allow light to pour through your lower mind, your emotional body, and your physical body. Pour light down through all that needs to be cleared away to allow that soul to speak through your thoughts, through intuition, to allow your soul to speak through your emotions as feelings, and your soul to speak through your physical body in instinct. And draw all the light in that you need today to see what's going on in the shadows. We never reject any part of ourselves. We draw it all in and accept all parts of the polarity or parts of the experience. And we are loving and caring and compassionate to wherever we are right now. And whatever emotions arising, whatever challenges you're being shown that it's all happening in perfect order. And as you draw in just a little more light, if it's too much, stop drawing in. Otherwise, just allow a couple of moments as you draw in all that intuitive knowingness, the empathic wisdom, and the gut instinct that you already have. You know what needs to change. You know what you need to stand up for. You know what parts you're being greedy or arrogant in. You know where maybe others need to be considered more, without losing sight of your own needs. And all of us within that are at some point of the spectrum. And turning the palms upwards, thumb and first finger, touching, connected. Breathing in and breathing out. 3 big inhales and exhale through the mouth.